Oh yeah. Welcome to the Vision Room. Happy Sunday, y'all. Happy Sunday. Couple of minutes for everything to roll on in. It's good. Empress Jada, what's good? Ellie Thomas, what's happening? Big Mark, what's good? Good to see you on here, man. Love support on Clubhouse and everything. What up? What up? What's happening? Got a few more people in here, and we will go live. Back and bounce for you. What's happening? Happy Sunday. Michael Dubé, what's good, G? Mr. Doobie. How was Boston? Blessings on blessings on blessings. All right. Oh, wow. I got a lot of people here on Facebook. What's up, Facebook? What's up, YouTube, Twitch, everybody? Happy Sunday. Happy Sunday. We had a lot of good news this week, man. Let's run through it. All right, for everybody who's new, my name is Rico Lamita. I'm the founder of CANiVISION Global Decentralized Media Broadcast Organization. We have correspondents all over the U.S., and we have a couple coming in outside of the U.S. too. Every Sunday morning, we get it popping with a live recap of the week's biggest stories. We run through the biggest stories based on clicks. We have over 60,000 people on our email newsletter list, and we go through the clicks every single day. State of Cannabis News Hour every single weekday morning at 9 a.m. Pacific, 12 p.m. noon on the East Coast. For me and 11 other thought leaders around the industry go over the biggest news stories. We debate them, offer the audience time to come up and speak their piece as well. But it's all about getting your daily dose of the biggest news stories, knowing what's going on a broad scale, and being able to control the controllable. All right, nonprofit news. So make sure you guys shoot us a donation if you can. Just say care.org, G-U-S-T. It's G-U-S-T. Obviously, I'm not awake yet. J-U-S-T, SAYCARE.org. And shoot us a donation. We're looking for sponsors as well. Got a lot of stuff to talk about today, so let's get it popping. All right. Welcome to the second weekend roll-up of the year now, and it's been absolutely nuts. A week full of headlines, happenings in the industry worldwide. We have a couple of big things in the U.S. We have a few big things in globally, and we're going to be going through the biggest stories in each lane here. So in business, PepsiCo is launching a hemp seed fusion drink under Rockstar Energy. And then we have coming under the lifestyle category, Cheech and Chong will be bringing weed straight to your door. Get opportunity to get your shit delivered by legends. Let's see here. On the wellness side, NFL awards $1 million to study impact of cannabis and CBD on pain management. And finally, on the politics lane, we are covering Mississippi. In my crooked letter is now the 37th state to legalize medical cannabis. All right, let's hop right in here. All right, so PepsiCo, they're going to be launching a hemp seed infused drink under Rockstar as well. Looks like they're going to be taking a page out of good old online CBD retailer loophole. It's hemp seed oil. I swear it's not CBD, officer. They said that they want to draw in younger female consumers to the energy drink category. It's a wide open one as well. Everybody who knows anything about the wellness category, especially with drinkables, is at least a $2 trillion opportunity there. And PepsiCo wants to be the biggest major, hopping into the race early. So the thing about that, so it's currently illegal to sell CBD infused foods and beverages across state lines, but regulators don't know what the fuck they're talking about. They don't know what the fuck they're doing. So there's always going to be a loophole you can squeak by until you have full out decriminalization or legalization on some level. All right. So obviously looking to dive deeper into that multi-trillion-dollar category with women in wellness, and it's going to work for them, in my humble opinion. My question is, why are so many people against the biggest companies getting into the foodstuff category. It just means that if you have something in that category, you can probably be eyed for a buyout, be eyed for a collaboration, because they don't know what the fuck they're doing. They're going to come in with a lot of money. You're going to fail on the front end. They might make millions of dollars, but they don't have a connection with the community that everybody else does. So if you tap out early just because you see the majors coming in, you're missing out on a huge opportunity to go even further and to get generational wealth for your family too. So a lot of people were pushing back on that story, but I think it's a huge opportunity because PepsiCo, Coca-Cola, any of the major beverage companies that are hopping in, they're giving you a chance to shine and outshine them and outconnect them with their key demographics. So I don't think it's necessarily a bad thing. I actually think it's more of a positive on the destigmatization level when it comes to the conversation abroad, but take it as you will. I don't think it's going to be the biggest product on earth for them, especially the confusion going with something that's supposed to be relaxing you, something that's going to be good for the end of a workout, when Rockstar Drinks is more of a Red Bull competitor. So it's supposed to be pumping you up. I don't think that's really in alignment with what they're trying to do with Rockstar Drinks, but we'll see. All right, so wellness. NFL awards $1 million to study impact of cannabis and CBD on pain management. So, all right, so this one, it touches me on a different level because I was a former athlete. I have a lot of NFL friends. I've actually worked with, to a certain extent, with a lot of power players in the NFL, NFLPA, trying to get legislation or trying to get rules going forward to get players off of opioids. I have my own issues with opioids coming out of college ball, and a lot of those players that made it to the league, especially 30 plus, they're hanging together. Their bodies are just hanging together by duct tape at this point. Continuing to push opioids on them is inhumane. All right, so let's run through a couple numbers here. NFL made just under $10 billion last year in revenue. It's $309 million per team. They knew about the concussion issues allegedly in the 70s, but they actually started a second impact syndrome study in the 90s under Paul Tagliabue. He was a commissioner at the time. It was called the Mild Traumatic Brain Injury Committee. And Dr. Bennett Omalu, if you guys saw the movie Concussion, played by Will Smith, he actually identified and presented to the league chronic traumatic encephalopathy, CTE. And he actually proved that it was actually being derived from trauma, from head trauma, but they didn't care. They put up the head of the of that committee. He had no background at all in brain health and brain science, and he stayed on board with them until 2007. All right, so that dude steps down, and the NFL finally admitted to having a concussion problem in 2009 under the new commissioner, Roger Goodell. He was pushing back on the House Judiciary Committee amid mounting scientific evidence that few high-profile former NFL stars were committing suicide. NIH, National Institute of Health. I've got cotton mouth this morning. I'm sorry, everybody. Released a scathing report in 2011 finding 52% retired players admitted to opioid usage while playing. 71% of them admitted misusing the drugs after forming an addiction. Any league fan will tell you every last game you watch has a ton of big pharma commercials in it. But conspicuously, big pharma commercials have been absent from the big game, the Super Bowl, over the last 5 years. And everybody knows it's because of the quote unquote opioid epidemic. And they don't want that on the big screen. But Big Pharma spent $9 billion last year on advertisements. And conspicuously, these contributions to the National Football League, you can't find them online if you do any data screens. Very, very, very weird. But you know what I say, follow the money. Lifestyle lane here. Cheech and Chong will be bringing big weed straight to your door. Industry legends Cheech Marin and Tommy Chong helped cannabis ease its way into mainstream America with the classic film Up in Smoke. Any stoner who has not seen that, go see it right now. There is a bit of a debate that we got into a State of Cannabis News Hour, me, Nicole West, and Jason Beck, over what kind of influence that Cheech and Chong had for the community. It's a debate over if they did more damage than good by enhancing the stoner image that we're still fighting. I say, man, it is. You're not going to have the culture side of the industry. You're not going to have the lifestyle side of the industry if it wasn't for Cheech and Chong. So everybody out here in California knows that they have their own individual brands. I think it's Chong's Choice and Cheech's Stash, the ones that I know of. They'll be teaming up once again to launch Cheech and Chong's Takeout, a California delivery service where patrons just might end up having weed delivered to them by the legends themselves. So Chong, he bugged off a couple of shots in this article, a green entrepreneur at MedMen and a couple others too. So he says, we didn't want to just open up a store like MedMen, making it look more than it is. A lot of people use Willie Nelson and Bob Marley's names, but they're just musicians and they get high. So it's not by accident or by greed that we're in the position that we are in now. With everybody at home during the pandemic, our decision to do the delivery service was natural. It's of that time. So shout out to the legends, still bucking shots at each other, talking shit. You gotta love the competition. Hope it's not anything more than that. I don't believe it is. All right, so finally in politics, Mississippi is the 37th state to legalize medical marijuana. Cannabis. I like to say that. Try not to say marijuana as much. So Magnolia State joined the 36 other effective immediately in the legalization of medical cannabis, or but only for quote unquote debilitating conditions, whatever the fuck that means. Definitely hasn't been a smooth trip for Mississippi. Voters approved of this initiative back in 2020. The original legislation would have let people buy up to 5 ounces a month, and the state Supreme Court invalidated that decision by voters 6 months later by ruling that the state's initiative process was outdated and the measure was not put properly on the ballot. Bullshit. Final version of SB 2095 was passed by Republicans this week, allowing patients to buy up to 3.5 grams of flower per day, up to 6 days per week, or about 3 ounces a month. I know a lot of people who smoke more than that in 1 week. I know a lot of medical consumers that need a lot more of that to fulfill their needs for debilitating conditions, as Mississippi governor so eloquently put it. I'm glad legislation got pushed in Mississippi, but this isn't going to help people, like, at all. Lots more people are going to get targeted for breaking the law, simply trying to meet their medical needs. And on the other end of that, a lot of people are going to get in trouble for getting access to these people who need more than that 3.5 ounces. This is bullshit. You can't limit people's medicine, especially if you're going forward with medical legislation. It's not adult use. You are limiting the amount of medicine people have access to. Total bullshit. Governor Tate Reeves said that because of reduction of 5 ounces a month in the initiative to 3 ounces a month in the new law, there will be hundreds of millions fewer joints on the streets because of this improvement. just trying to chill out on that one. All right, so whatever, Mississippi. Congratulations and welcome to the medical world. Hopefully you have a new governor pretty soon who knows that people who need medicine, people get medicine. And you shouldn't be in the way of that. You're not a doctor and you're not a cannabis expert, so get the fuck out of the way. All right. So last thing I want to tell everybody about one of our new sponsors, Lit App. If you haven't checked that out yet, please check out Lit App. So LITT app. And you can think Pokemon Go for companies and products looking for more instant exposure. They're actually working directly with the cannabis industry. We just signed up Cookies on Melrose here in LA, so big shout out to Cookies. And former NFL superstar, one of my favorite players of all time. No joke. I try not to stand too much when I'm around Marshawn Lynch. Him and Dodie Blunt is on board with us. It's let's say it's augmented reality. If you're familiar with that, if you're familiar with how Pokemon Go works, you can see different goals to achieve in augmented reality through your cell phone, and you can run over those. You can look at ads on there, and people get paid actually on this app to look at the ads that are paid for by the different companies. So you can have cannabis companies on there, you can have dispensaries on there, you can have CBD companies on there, you can have mainstream companies on there as well. But a lot of people who have been fucked over by Mark Zuckerberg on Instagram, on Facebook, check out Lit App. And we have a little bit of a deal going on here as well. So it's a Super Bowl weekend deal. Let me run through this real quickly here. Hopefully it comes up on the right screen. I know it's not going to. Boom. This Lit app on IG. Everybody who's on IG, go over to Lit app. Tell them that Rico Lamite from CANiVISION sent you. And we have $5,000 worth of free advertising on the app for any cannabis companies that are hopping on before next weekend. And so, see if I can get a demo going here. If I can't get a demo, I'm going to post a demo later on here. But I want to go over the quick hits on the actual. Boom, here we go. Technical difficulties here in the vision room. I'll be out of here in a couple of days. I cannot wait to get the fuck out of quarantine. So here we go here. So on Lit app, boom. Here's what you guys got to do to get into it. So you register your business at www.thelitapp.com/business. Follow the prompts and make sure you choose cannabis for your business type category. Once you've completed your registration, go to the dashboard there. Get your business on the Lit AR map by clicking on the green Created AR Deal button at the top of the screen. Fill out all the fields to create your promotion, keeping the points in mind. If you have a selected budget, you get 500 million or 0.31 million 5 times a day for the free trial. When you get to My Ad Contains age-restricted content, make sure that you click yes for all cannabis-related advertisements. If you're not, you don't have to worry about that. So you set up your Lit business on there, and you can go to the App Store to download Lit and sign in with your Lit business username and password. So the app is used and it is safe. We got all the legalities behind us. The app is used and safe for all posting and content creation for members and followers. You can use your desktop, you can use your cell phone, but it's a great dashboard for advertising modules and analytics. So Lit app and CANiVISION got some cool shit coming out, and we're trying to help a lot of cannabis entrepreneurs break through the bullshit, get past Instagram and Facebook kicking you guys off the platforms, and go straight into augmented reality. The metaverse is real, I guess, and it's coming to all of us. So what up, ITKW fam? Kuma4934, Miguel Sanchez, what up? Party, arty. What's happening? Happy Sunday. All right. Yes. Questions. Please bring me y'all's questions. All right, on the NFL. I am definitely in my yes, I'm in my feelings about the NFL thing, man. As a former football player, I went through the whole opioid singing song and dance. I have a lot of close friends who have had a lot of issues with opioids and who continue to have problems with their family, have problems with everything that they've been accustomed to since leaving the NFL, and the NFL really hasn't done anything to help them out. It's been really, really sad. So for them to put $1 million into the conversation for research is bullshit. They should have a lot more money, and they should be pouring a lot more money into that research. So I think it's bullshit. Let's take 2 more. All right, this one's coming from Melody Chancellor. All right, so why do you think that Cheech and Chong is I don't think Cheech and Chong is problematic. So Melanie Chancellor asks, why do I think Cheech and Chong is problematic? I don't think they're problematic at all. I think they're part of the culture. Everybody deserves a voice in this industry. And what we got into an argument on the show this week was about how they influence. Was it a positive influence or was it a negative influence? Putting a bunch of negative stigma back on the industry. I think that it was not, but people are going to say what they say. People are going to feel what they feel. Yes, it's true. You know, they rolled up in a van made of weed. There was bellowing smoke out of it, and it kind of contributed to, oh, yeah, dumb stoner. narrative, but there wasn't any stoner narrative, and it was just completely illegal before that. They actually, I think they both did a little bit of time for cannabis-related offenses, and they can speak to a lot of stuff that other people cannot in our industry. So big ups to them, and I wish them the best of luck. All right, which state do I think is going to be next to go legal? This one's coming from JJ Abrams is a I almost said that. All right, JJ Abrams is a blank. All right, so I don't know. Medical cannabis. I don't know. I know South Dakota is going through a lot of stuff right now. Kristi Noem tried to block everything that was put forward by the voters in the state. I think you'll be surprised by a few of these southern states that'll pop up immediately. Their economies are really, really hurting by any other measure, and they need relief. Cannabis can provide that relief on a tax incentive narrative, tax revenue generating narrative there. And I think you'd be surprised when you see a couple of southern states pop up and get into the mix. I know Tennessee is on the verge right now of getting their adult use legislation pushed through. Maybe in West Virginia. I know West Virginia just opened up. They have sketchy laws though. South Carolina, man, South Carolina, North Carolina. Look at Tobacco Road doing a lot of stuff there, especially because big tobacco they're knee deep in the industry too. So unfortunately, it is what it is, and you're going to see a lot more southern states coming on board because nobody's buying cigarettes right now. All right. Yes. So, okay. So the question is, when it comes to southern states, why do they take so long? I mean, it's the South. I grew up in Virginia, so people just move slower in the South. They have a lot more people chirping in their ear about conservative issues and keeping people on and in line when it comes to a lot of the old thought processes when it comes to cannabis. So the South is going to move a lot slower. So you're going to see a lot more southern states pop up in the medical side of things. I think more so than the adult side of the conversation, adult use side of the conversation. That's because they just don't believe in a lot of the stuff, a lot of the science that's backing cannabis in the whole cannabis movement. Rad shit, dad shit. What's popping? All right. I'll take one more question. Then I got to bounce. We're 3 minutes over here. All right. Silky Smooth. What's happening? Silky Smooth says, with the Lit app, are you able to do hemp businesses and cannabis businesses across all states? All right. So with the Lit app, you do have to follow the advertising rules for your state. We actually have lawyers on board that can help you out with that conversation, can help you out with the details. But yeah, we're onboarding a ton of free cannabis companies right now. The initiative is to get as many companies on as possible. We already signed up Cookies on Melrose here in LA. We also brought on board Doty Blunts, Marshawn Lynch's company. He has blunts, and I think like 30% of the proceeds is going to formerly incarcerated people and getting them jobs in the cannabis industry with Doty Blunts. They were our first ones in the cannabis category on the platform, and we're looking to onboard a ton more cannabis brands because we know people are hurting keeping their likeness on Instagram and on Facebook. So we're just offering another outlet for that, and it's free coming into the Super Bowl weekend, and we're going to actually charge after that. But we want to get on give people the opportunity to actually check out the platform, get people to check out their brands, and to see them in real time, to send people on scavenger hunts all around whatever your city is, looking for different cannabis incentives. Doty Blunts has a free blunt that they're giving away if you check out the app, go on there, and you can only pick it up in the Cookies dispensary. So we're creating this synergy between brands and dispensaries that you can't really do on Facebook or on Instagram because you're getting kicked off every fucking week. All right. So my name is Rico Lamitte. Thank you guys all for checking in this morning. dopest dad in the universe. Make sure you guys check us out on State of Cannabis News Hour every single weekday morning at 9 a.m. Pacific and 12 p.m. noon on the East Coast, where you get your daily dose. And we can run over the biggest news stories of the day, and we go over them in full, 4 minutes and 20 seconds. So my name is Rico Lamite, dopest dad, founder of CANiVISION Global. Make sure you guys check out www.canavision.com. Check out www.justsaycare.org and head over to the Lit app and get your free business account and some AR technology goodness. I love you guys. Make sure you guys stay safe, stay woke out there. But if you see something, you hear something, say something discreetly, because we don't support no snitching or nothing like that. So love you guys. I'll see you next week. Peace.